Thought I'd give you I've been out here in the desert for a couple days. Give you a little drive on Whitewater Preserve Canyon Road. It's kind of a cool canyon. I was just looking at those ugly ass windmills. I remember when they put those in, it was like, who in the hell? I mean, it just ruins the view. Everywhere you see down out here, there's them damn windmills. One little nuclear plant that's you get rid of all these windmills. And they have probably 100 times the production. Or as President Bush said, how did he say it? Nuclear? He mispronounced it. It was always funny when he would say it. Anyway, got a couple stories out here. My buddy the warden, he used to people come out here and collect snakes at dark. They lay out here on the road, and some of it was illegal. They would take them and then sell them. Yeah, they were like reptile dealers. And he'd buy rubber snakes and paint them up, put them on a string out here and hide the bushes. And he caught quite a few people. You know, when they go by, he'd kind of wiggle it, make it look like it was moving. And then they'd get out to grab it. He would pop out of the bushes. For some reason, I guess maybe it was the desert here. They just had a lot of, if I remember right, it was king snakes and I forget what kind. There was a couple crosses right there. I wonder what the two crosses are for. And the preserve is up here. I don't know if you ever hiked up here, but it's a really beautiful country. You can, Pacific Crest Trail crosses through here. We've seen the desert bighorn sheep down here. I used to work on the right ridge. There's a campsite up there on the right called Whitewater. It's down by the highway. But it's been a while since I've been up here. Oh, let's see. They had fishing ponds here. Bill Hubbard, Whitewater Canyon Preserve. Yeah, this is part of the Sand to Snow Monument now. Look at the wash right there. I'm not sure if they had damage out here. The bridge back there is blown out right there by Whitewater Rock. There was a bridge across the river over to the east. It's how we got up the hill there to go to our campsite. That bridge is gone. The erosion. Oh, there goes a roadrunner. I don't know if you saw it. Roadrunner just ran across that road right there. They, this past winter, that storm took out the footings, whatever you call the footings, right, of the bridge. And the bridge collapsed. I guess they're not going to rebuild it. There's a way, I don't know if there's a way. I guess you come in and they're going to have to come in from the other side now. On the east side there, over towards 62, there was another road we could come in through there. Pass here if I can. Go around, dude. Go around. In fact, one time Edison, we usually came in the front way. We called it the front way. Edison locked me in up there. I told him, I said, they said, we're leaving at 4. I said, okay, cool. I'll be done with them. But I came down about 3:34 and they were gone. They locked me in. So we were always ready for that because there was always some jerk lock you in, or they would change locks and not tell you. So we We had the magic keys to get in. Yeah, there's deer out there too, mountain lions. Trying to remember. If you remember the Negretti boy, the Boy Scout that got lost up on San G, this is where he ended up. They tracked him down here to the headwaters above the preserve up here. In fact, my friend Kevin said that he was down in the rocks up here a little bit, probably a couple miles above here, mile and a half. Public lands. Anyway, he said they found a candy bar wrapper and then one of his shoes, and that was it. They don't know whether. People speculated that maybe, he was a kid. He was probably crying at night, and could have drawn in a bear or a cougar. Or there's a lot of big boulders up here, like Joshua Tree, and if you fall in between the boulders, you'd have to be looking right down, right there, to see them. I don't know what those guys are doing. Oh, they're just walking their dog. I wonder if. I was thinking they were gold panning, but I don't know if you can. I don't know if they're being did up here gold panning or not. You look at you can see the damage right here where they had to dig that culvert back out. They must have had a lot of rain up here. What happens is, excuse me, these storms get in here and they stall. The cells stall over the. That's what took out South Fork or Seven Oaks. And South Fork was, they had 14 and a half inches of rain. And that much rain coming down, people say, it was the burn scar. It's like, that wasn't burn scar up above South Fork. Most of that was regular forest. It wasn't burned. It just can't absorb it. It just runs off. Then you get the torrential flood. The torrential rain caused that. Flood, everything gets out of this looks like a new road here. It's really changed since last time I was there. Look at all this. And you can see how this thing got crazy. See how it looked like the river swung this way and probably ate this whole bank out right here. Kind of like up there at South Fork. You can see when the river would meander. On those outsides of the curbs is where it hit the Highway 38 up there and ate the bank. Yeah, that's probably got chewed out. And they had to rebuild this section. Yep, I see a lot of track marks where they've been in here working like crazy. As far as off-road, I don't know of any. There's signs back there, you can't go off-road. I don't remember any really off-road trails, to go jeeping back in here off-roading. I don't remember anything back in here. It's mostly this road going in. And the signs I've been seeing, I don't think you can off-road up here anyway. This is, I believe, BLM up in here. And the Conservancy, I'm not sure how much they bought. They bought this. The Nature Conservancy. They own. This used to be a trout farm up here where you pay to play. They would stock it in this little big pool. It's a great place to bring a kid because they're gonna catch fish. It's stockers. There's a Jeep trail there, but I don't know how far they go. I don't remember jeeping or off-road. We had a little S10 Blazer that we used. It was nice and small, but it had enough cargo area in the back to carry our repeaters or our comm gear. A lot of quail out here too. I remember the quail, coyotes like crazy. And we used to float that river. When I moved here, that river was really way up. We floated way down lower on the south of the 10. It mellowed out. It went down into those spreading ponds, but you can't think it's Coachella Valley Water. They fenced it and they got guards, and you can't even go in there anymore. You can't even get near the river down there south of the 10. Up here it's too radical. It's too leaving public land. Yeah, I think that's BLM, and I think we're going in. I should pull my Onyx map up. If you want a good map, I think Onyx, Onyx, O-N-X. Yeah, there's a trailhead right here. Too good. Gates closed at 4:30. They're not even open. They may have this closed because of the storm. We just had a storm go over, but I would think they have it open right now unless it had damage. This looks like a popular spot here. Yeah, look at all the people. This is the middle of Monday, and look at all the people. Anyway, they had a couple of people drown down there at those spreading ponds down below the 10, and that's when they said enough. I never saw anybody tube up here. It was Whitewater. It was just too radical. That was in the 80, 81, 82. A lot of rain for like 3-4 years, and every place was a lot of water, a lot of flooding. Whitewater Preserve, Wildlands Conservancy. He's taking pictures of something. Yeah, there's an excavator there. I wonder what they're. Make sure we don't run into. Oh, look at that picture. That's a nice picture. Now I see what they're taking a picture. Yeah, the creek crossings. Heck of a view, huh? And the river seems like it's up a little bit. You got a good picture. Yeah, it's a great place to hike if you like desert. I wouldn't come out here in the summer though. If you do it real early and a lot of water, and take somebody with you, because I don't know if cell works up here. I'll pull out the cell and say I doubt it works up here, because the only thing up here is this old trout farm, which they took it over. Now they run hikes out of here, and they run like let me look at my phone here. I got both. Yeah, I don't have any signal at all. That's my I got two phones. One's AT&T, one's Verizon, to try and help me stay connected wherever I'm at. Some places AT&T's better. Usually Verizon's better for me around San Bernardino area, but there's places in the mountains like over by Hard Part. AT&T bought all those towers, and that's the only. What are those here? Those look like that's salt cedar. It gets kind of what would you call it? Riparian. You're kind of a wetland up in here. Some areas, frogs and. I've got a bad foot, so I can't hike. I know it's killing me. I got a couple more weeks of healing this foot up, and I can't. I want to go hike right now. It's like, oh, there's that pond right there. I want to go hiking, and it's I got 66. It's nice today, even though it's 11 o'clock. It'd still be nice for a hike. I don't know how much I can show you in here. I don't think I can. You can hike in here. There's a little picnic area. Yeah, somebody's having a picnic right there. Beautiful place to come up to, and no parking. Fire lane. I got the bus there. I don't think that's the way it works. That's probably the only place they can fit, though. I'll let you see that. I believe those are cottonwoods. What are those? They remind me of cottonwoods. Or sycamores. Yeah, they're probably sycamores. Now that one's different. The one over there, that looks like a sycamore. Oh, look at that. They got their chairs on us. Nice place for a picnic and take a nap in the shade. Yeah, there's a little creek right there. Look at that. Get the snow up above. Yeah, it's probably the only place that... I don't think there's exceptions for buses, though. The pond's over here to the right. There's the ranger station. There's the hours right there. See it? 8 to 5. I'm not sure which gate they close. Oh, that looks cool as hell. Well, it's like I gotta get a picture of this face up here. This side of the hill right there. Slow down. Okay, the pond's right there on the right. I don't know if you can see it. I don't see anybody fishing it. Yeah, there's a creek that flows through here, and they diverted over into that pond. And that pond is where they used to. I'm looking to see if I can see any trout. I'm pretty sure they still allow the fishing, but that water's crystal clear. It looks like Lake Tahoe. I mean, you can see all the way down, and it's got that. Oh, and there's it's like a garden in there. There's a little path you can walk. Definitely watch out for rattlesnakes in here, because this is rattlesnake country. Where's another? Get this. I don't believe there's an entrance fee. If you want to look up more, look up Whitewater Preserve. Yeah, see, this is all the creek right here on the right there. When I said riparian, that's all creek. When I get down there on the bridge, I'll be able to turn it where you can see what we were seeing. Why that guy stopped for a picture. Believe it or not, there are bear. It doesn't look like bear country, but I remember being on the tower one day, and our towers went up about 100 feet. And I looked over there, it looks like maybe a waterfall. Yeah, that looks like water was coming out of that. But it doesn't, I can't tell if it's running. Yeah, it's still seeping water. There's like a big seep kind of waterfall looking thing right there. When they talk seeps, on the side of the mountain, you'll just see water coming out of the side of the mountain. We call it a seep. A lot of them are hidden in the brush. You don't know they're there until a fire. And then also, the critters know where they're at. And it's like their secret little watering hole. Oh, look at that. That's a good picture right there. See Mount San Jacinto. See that? But I'll see if I can turn down here enough to. There's a bunch of Modelo cans. Jesus Christ. Come all the way up here and leave your Modelo cans. Just ruin the whole view right there. But I don't know. Once I can turn right here. Here's the main channel here. Well, actually over here, it looks like there's two of them. It's split. Well, I bet you this was a mess when it was raining. It's coming. That's kind of what you got. I can't go back to the boulders. That's the main channel right there. I don't know if you can see it right there. It was Mill Creek was the one I was thinking of. Mill Creek's the one that's up. Past couple storms, Mill Creek hasn't come up, but boy, it's up now. I'm gonna go over and get a better picture. This is the Whitewater River. Should probably get on my right side on. Yeah, you can see there's people probably walking the river. Be careful of rocks. So that's where the rattlesnakes they like underneath the rocks. So be careful stepping over a rock. Over a fallen log, you know, they'll lay in what they call transition zones. They'll lay in that shade, and then I'm gonna get a picture of that sign. Then they'll ambush whatever goes by. You know, it's hard to see up under the shadows. Give me a second here. And it's still pretty green out here. If you get out here, I'd get out here within a week, because that's our last rain. I haven't seen really any flowers. Those yellow ones down here lower. There's some right there. There's some yellow. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, here's a trail here. That's where they're Canyon View Loop. Oh, they got a nice little loop. That's where everybody's hiking. Probably takes you up a little bit, you know, in elevation. I don't think I've ever hiked that one. Yeah, see these yellow flowers right there? That's pretty much, I should get a picture so I can ID those. That's pretty much all I've seen out here really blooming. And the snakes are out. Somebody just put out, I think Conservancy just put out a heads up on rattlesnakes, the Redlands Conservancy in Live Oak Canyon. Oh yeah, here's the yellow. Let me stop and get a picture of this so I can ID what that is. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you should be able to see that. Let me get a... Look like small daisies almost. Color I see on the back to that Onyx app. It's set up for hunting and fishing, but it's a great land ownership mapping app, because it shows the boundaries and it tells you who owns it. Everybody, BLM, Edison, U.S. Forest, private. So you really can tell where you're at. You know, if you want to try and access somewhere and stay legal, it's the best app I use for not only access but to be legal. And I've had people challenge me before. I had them challenge me out by Morongo, the casino, and I just show them the app. The cops, a lot of them don't know when they're back off road. Sheriff, they're not sure, and I've always carried a GPS and a map. That way I can point and say, because the Indians were accusing me of the tribe there of trespassing. They were trying to run us out of there. It was BLM land, and they you'll never see me in Morongo. Those guys. I tried to have the guy arrested for hunter harassment, but that's a sovereign nation, you know. And when he came off the Riverside, they weren't cooperating. I wanted the guy arrested because he kept harassing us. And they eventually did a land swap and got that land. It's to the east of where the casino is. If you know where the old casino is, It was east of that. It was a big BLM chunk in there. We were perfectly legal, but they didn't want us in there. They were trying to drive us out of there, and they eventually did. They swapped that land with the government. The government got some land way out in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, that's frontage land right there. I'm sure we got taken. Being tax holders, we got taxpayers, we got taken on that deal. But the guy lied. He said I was trespassing. I was too close to the highway, and he said something else. And the sheriff was like helping them get us out of there. I talked about getting a supervisor, but you end up losing that game. But I showed him out on a map where I was, and he knew I was right, but he still wanted us to leave, and it was like, this ain't right. There's a law. You can't harass, I think it's fishermen too. You can't harass hunters or fishermen. I believe it's California law. And there's been a couple times we've almost had to have somebody arrested because they want to harass you while you fish or hunt. I'm not sure if it covers fishing. I'll have to check that. I know up by Arrowhead there was a lady screaming at us. We were turkey hunting, and we had just seen a warden, Dick Phillips. He was an old-timey, old-school warden. We had just seen him. He was talking to us. And he had just driven away when this lady came up screaming. And she said, I'm going to call the warden. But he said, if you hurry up, he's right down the road. If you, Dick Phillips, he just went around the corner. If you hurry up, he's right there. And she got even madder. And I don't think she ever did call the sheriff or anybody because nobody... And we were perfectly legal. We were on a public road, walking in. And I think that was before we had cell phones, because there's those guys. I thought they might be Doug Gold Panning, but I think they were just running the dogs in the creek there. You might try gold panning with, that's one good thing about this spring coming up. A lot of erosion, which means a lot of new places to pan, and look for nuggets too. I mean, there's a lot of stuff has been carved out new. I've never heard of gold over here. We were talking about Mill Creek, and I really haven't. I've panned in there down lower, but I've never really seen anybody panning in there. I've never heard of anybody even getting any kind of color out of there compared to like Holcomb Valley or East Fork above Azusa. And I've gotten just a little bit of color, those little glass vials, you see them when you got a couple little flecks, they call it getting color. When you get enough in there where you can see the color. I've gotten, of course that was years ago, I haven't been up at East Fork in a while. But this year I think I'm going to kill my back and pan a little bit just to see and look for nuggets. You could even, they have metal detectors now that are specifically for gold. They're just gold. Well, they'll do all of them, but they specialize in gold. And I've seen guys in the mountains, they'll walk the creeks. They do it at night. They call it night hawking. Because they don't want people seeing them. I caught one guy on my critter cam once. Actually, he stole my camera. Probably because he didn't want nobody knowing where he was at. But he was, oh my God. Those fireplaces or what are those? Look like they got a chimney. They look like outdoor barbecues, but they're tall as hell. Almost like a kiln. That place for sale. Yeah, I'm gonna get a picture of that. They look almost like kilns. They look like like an outdoor barbecue, but they're real tall and they got a smokestack on the top. That thing must be 20 feet high. Of course, the smoke shack's about 8 feet of that. But they're rock. They're made out of rock. River rock. There's that roadrunner. See him? He had something in his mouth. That looked like a bobcat. What's stuck in here? I think that's that same roadrunner. Because there's that road he was on. I thought I saw a bobcat right here. I saw something. What was that? Something didn't look right. That bobcat will crouch down and you won't see him. Well, there's some purple right there. I'm not going to picture that. Lupine? I'm not sure what that is. One second here. Looks almost like a... If you saw that picture I posted of Coachella Valley, that big field of purple, that's what that is. I'm not sure. Verbena? Is Verbena purple? Yeah, that's the same. That roadrunner caught him a lizard. It looked like he had something in his mouth. There's the guy there. They use that corrugated steel for the fence. That's one way to get your privacy. What's this guy doing here? What's she holding up? These look like maybe researchers. Oh, she's got a tablet. I thought she was holding some kind of instrument. Once in a while you run into a biologist or a naturalist out here. You know, it's kind of cool to talk to them. They're doing their thesis or whatever, their master's program on some college, and they're the windmills are hideous. I hate them things. It ruined the whole valley down to Palm Springs. You just look around, you just twirling windmills. It's like, what the hell? Who in their right mind said that this is going to be a great idea? It's going to look beautiful. Crosses there. I wonder what the story is there. Maybe an accident right here. Kind of a blind corner. Oh, there's like a monument thing. There's a like a sign looking thing. Let's see if I can get a picture of the... Sign Juan, I think it was a name. It's real discolored. It looks like it's been there a while. I don't remember those from, because I haven't been out here in a few years. That's your there's the freeway down there. I don't know if you can see there ain't much left of that bridge. The bridge I was telling you that got washed out. There's not much left. Even the footings on the sides, everything's gone. It's hard to tell there was even a bridge there. Stay out of the river, Finer jail. Yeah, they're really Coachella Valley water. I've had friends that tried to go swimming down there, and I think they got fined. I think they did get cited. They said they don't worry and even parked, and the cops were on them. Like, they watched that area. They got cameras, I guess. thanks for watching. That's your Whitewater Canyon. If you've never been up here, nice day trip. See ya.